points to the good.
Just let me drive. Tired of hearing about points. I understand.
Welcome back to either the last or second to last glass case of motion for this year. I'm not sure yet. We don't really plan it. We just kind of make it up on the fly.
Yeah, it's like, do we want to do? I mean, I feel like a post-championship one might be a good.
Yeah.
I think so.
Maybe that's the one we do on your deck, Chuck.
Yeah.
As a celebratory, we made it through this season. Yay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I will get that in motion now. So we'll plan a deck thing. I'm not actually writing it down. I'm just pretending to write it down because I don't know my letters. But anyway, Martinsville.
Okay, second last glass case of motion then.
Second last glass case of emotion. I mean, we're not going to do like our Vegas spectacular, but we'll do something similar.
We can't.
Yeah,
we can't even do the Nashville spectacular.
No, we can't.
Everything's canceled.
But not the championship race.
I'm bittersweet for the banquet to be canceled.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy the banquet. Not so much the sitting around part at the actual banquet, but like kind of the few days at the location that we're at. No one really likes banquets.
No. Unless
you're the main person there. Unless like you're the champion, then I can see if you like banquets. Everyone else is sitting there watching you. You can take as long as you want. But if you're the lay people, then you don't want to be there.
But everything that surrounds that one event is pretty cool generally, in my opinion.
Yeah, the festivity.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Like doing the burnouts, whether it's, like in Nashville or Vegas, that part's cool.
Hanging out in all the different establishments where you can drink beverages.
That's always fun.
Well, to me, from like the insider, I guess, perspective of it's that time where everybody's just glad that we're done with the year and like everybody's having a good time and everybody's like, man, good to see you hanging out and doing all the cool stuff. It's a lot more laid back, which is good and fun, and it's a reward.
Yeah, I agree. Everything besides the actual sitting down dressed up,
yes,
is fun. Yeah. And I speak to, I think, everyone. Hopefully I don't get a fine from actions detrimental to stock car racing, but I'm just going to say it. But I like Nashville a lot better than Vegas, personally.
Me too.
Yes.
I don't really like Vegas. I feel like it's just not my kind of town. But I like Nashville a lot better, personally. I think a lot of people do.
Vegas, I feel like, is cool the first couple of times. You get like when the news still on it. It's like, oh, Vegas is cool. I will say, like, outside of Vegas, like the desert stuff and like just the natural areas around Vegas, like I'm more intrigued by that than the town, the strip. And then you get off the strip, like there's a lot of cooler stuff off of the strip in Vegas. Like,
I'm talking about like just the town of Vegas, like the strip. But everything outside of it's great, like the landscape, desert, mountains. I like that stuff, but Vegas is a little bit too much. I don't gamble that much anymore either, so it's not like I really go like gamble. So
I also like that last year. This won't be the case moving forward since they announced Nashville, but it was cool to have championship week in a city we didn't have a race in.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. I like that. Mixed it up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not complaining that we're going to be going to Nashville twice for a race in a championship week. Definitely not complaining there because I do like Nashville, but it was cool last year that we got to go to a place we didn't race.
Oh, great. And the flight out to Vegas just for that, it was like, such a long way out there.
Yeah, the trip to Nashville is not bad. And a hungover return trip from Nashville,
not bad.
Because you can either delay it a little bit and not get back too late. Like, I mean, if you set up for like, I'm gonna leave around 1:00 in the afternoon, you can sleep in a little and then still be home by 3 if you're going to Charlotte.
Yeah, that plane ride home after Champions Week is probably from Vegas one of the worst trips ever.
Have you done the overnight after the banquet?
I've done them all. I've done the red eye. I've actually done where I don't stay for like any of the post-banquet celebratory things, and I fly out right after the banquet. I've done the like late next day flight. I've done them all. And I think it's just because like the season's over. You're tired of traveling. You've just probably had a heck of a week. You've been very busy. You maybe imbibed a little. And the last thing you want to do is sit on a flight for 5 hours.
I agree.
All right.
I agree.
100%.
My favorite is I like flying home right after the banquet. I've done that a couple times.
Yeah.
And it's the ticket.
Well, if you plan it out right and you have just enough to drink, then you just fall asleep on the plane and not really worry about it. Like, you're not intoxicated, but it's just enough to drink.
Yeah, but then you're still losing hours. Like, coming back from the West Coast, that sucks too. It's just not ideal.
It is not ideal.
Won't have to worry about that this year.
No.
So
you can just pretend to fly from your house to your, like, from your living room to your bedroom. Like, just hopping on a flight. So Martinsville, quick thoughts on that. I know you had your tweet that the bridesmaids tweet.
Been bridesmaid twice. I've seen people get married and I don't get married, and it's just unfortunate. Someone told me, they were like, no, you were the maid of honor. I was like, all right, well, that really, all right, I guess same thing.
Yeah. You're not
I don't get the prize.
Yeah.
It's better than crashing at Martinsville, which a lot of people do.
That's true. It's better than not being in the bridal party at all.
Yeah.
Groom party, bridal party, whatever you call those. We were all right. Just not as good as Chase Elliott. I mean, best out there, best there is ever.
Hands down. Great. He's already the GOAT. He's already the GOAT.
Give it to him already. Putting my money on him.
He's my pick too.
Best driver ever. History. Jump. The Jimmy Johnsons, Dale Earnhardt, Rich Petty is him.
No championships, but Chase Elliott, greatest driver of all time. He's going to win 12.
I think
he's going to win.
Even have a championship race at Phoenix.
No, he's going to win 12 titles. I mean, that's what's going to happen, right? He's going to
just give it to him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to. You don't have to race Phoenix. Just give it to him.
He's just going to walk up, stare at the trophy, and say, "This is mine now." And then there's no race. Yeah, that's it.
I say, you know what, everybody? We ain't even going to have a race today because there is going to be no race because the old 9 is going to lap the field.
I mean, he could, in theory, win the title and the most popular driver in the same year. I mean, he's already got the most popular driver thing probably somewhere.
He's already got the most popular driver.
When's the last time that happened? If ever. Well, I'm sure it did because Bill Elliott won it for so many years and also won championships. I'm trying to think, though, the last time that the champion was also the most popular driver. I mean, it's been at least 20 years probably because you think about Dale didn't win a Cup championship, and he was most popular driver forever. And then Chase has gotten it the last few years. Has
it happened though?
It's either got to be. Yeah, Bill Elliott's probably the last one.
If so, I don't know that it's happened. I'm saying it's either not happened or it's been a long ass time since it's happened.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Our crack research team is diving into this right now to see if we can find the answer.
Get stats.
And by crack research team, it was 1988 and Bill Elliott.
Yeah.
That would be cool though if he was the next driver to do it after his dad.
I think I've got
32 years later.
I've got Denny. I think Denny does.
You think Denny?
Mm-hmm.
Denny was my choice at the beginning of the season and mid-season, but I don't know that I'm feeling that.
I don't know. But you got 2 Penske cars in there that have been really strong.
I know.
On short tracks, so
I will say, sorry, Chuck.
I was just gonna say I'm a fan of this Final Four.
Yeah, me too. Because we were talking about on Backseat Drivers yesterday. I don't think there's like a clear standout. I think it's pretty even playing field. Like Danny was good during the regular season, but his playoffs weren't super great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like as opposed to other years where you're like, it's definitely going to be this guy. I just feel like it's pretty up in the air.
And I'll say Martinsville was fun to watch from a fan perspective of, Harvick having to try and fight his way in there and missing by 1 point? The 3 of those guys.
Well, like going back to what Kim said, like you can almost like be like, this guy's for sure going to win title. I've only had that one time in this playoffs in this style. Like Harvick in 2014, I was like, he's going to win. And then he did. And the other ones I haven't really, like, it's kind of been a toss-up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, the same as this one. But, yeah, Martinsville was crazy. I didn't know what happened with, like, the 4 and all them. I wasn't aware of the points situation. Well, I knew if, like, the 9, 19, 88 or 1-1, then like the 2 and the 11 were close. I didn't in a million years think the 4 was going to get knocked out with how many bonus points he had.
But when you have a bad race at Texas and then you have a bad race in Martinsville, like, I mean, that shows how easily those bonus points can evaporate.
Yeah.
And you're not getting stage points.
Yeah.
And how about the Jackman on the 9, knowing the rule book?
Yeah, knowing the rules. That's
he gets the award of the race. Jesus, well, I mean, he screwed up, but
that's a gold star.
He beat himself immediately.
Situational awareness. It is what they are.
I didn't even know that rule. I didn't even know you got to go back and you could touch the wall and go back over. I thought it was just you already screwed.
We were talking with Cole Perrin, Monday, I think it was, yesterday. This week already feels like it's
it feels like it's
5
like
months
Thursday.
long. But we were talking with Cole, and he was basically saying that stuff is drilled into those over-the-wall guys' head. Like, these are the rules. These are the rules you need to know. So, like, it's almost second nature most of the time. I mean, there's still times that they make mistakes or they're not quite up on it. But, like, stuff like that, if you go early, get back, tag and go. Yeah. Lose a couple of seconds here, but you save a penalty and having to come back in and losing a lap or something. In Martinsville, losing – 2 laps almost.
But that's what, like, Harvick got that flat under green, and he lost 2 laps.
Yeah,
I think
2 laps. Had to battle it out with Timmy Hill.
Was that Timmy Hill that gave him a flat tire?
No. I'm just saying, like, he lost 2 laps, and he was fighting with Timmy Hill to get that
for the free pass with Timmy Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an iRacing winner.
He is that. We did have.
It escaped my mind that we did that at the beginning of the year when COVID first happened. Until you said that, I totally forgot that, like, iRacing the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Pro Invitational Challenge.
Yeah.
That's because this year has been so long.
I got roped into it. I thought I had a great excuse to not do it, and they found a loophole. I had to go do it.
I think it's coming back next year, isn't it? I believe.
No.
I don't know.
I think it's coming back. Not in the same, like, format that it was this time, but I do believe that there will be pro invitational races that will be run next year.
I will not be participating because I do not have the required services to do that.
You're not going to go spot again?
I'm going to drive all the way down to Georgia to spot.
That's
They don't
fair.
pay me enough to do that.
I'll buy you a
I'm
case
not
of
on
beer
damn
if you come
payroll.
spot for me, man.
Yeah. If he comes, picks me up in his airplane and brings me back down there, maybe I'll consider it, but I'm not driving all the way down there. But
So
he didn't appreciate my spotting or crew chiefing either. He thought it was terrible.
Fair.
So, whatever.
I mean,
William Byron's dude won the championship.
He did
last night as well. Won like $100,000 or something.
Sounds right.
For winning the championship.
Nick Ottinger? Is it Nick Ottinger? Is that it? What's his name?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But I saw highlights. It looked like an intense race.
Does William get anything? Like, does the owner get anything?
I'd be curious on that if he gets a cut of it.
I mean, he's got to. Like, that's how it's going to keep your get them hot rods out there on the digital track.
That's true. We got to pay for all these paint schemes and stuff like that.
I do believe Nick Ottinger is going to be on the Kyle Long show this week. So if you want to tune in and hear what he has to say, that'll be on YouTube Wednesdays at 5:30.
The luxurious life of the virtual race car driver.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a luxurious virtual life. Like maybe they're in, what's that video game, the Second Life?
Sims.
The Sims, where like people create their own little worlds.
What's the other one that like where the characters dance? It literally is like the most popular?
Fortnite?
Yes. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. That's kind of like an alternate reality too.
I mean,
right?
if your alternate reality is like a battle royale where you're just trying to like be the last man standing and kill everybody, then yeah, it's a good representation.
I think all video games are alternate realities.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
true.
You know, I mean, you're going into this virtual world pretending to be somebody you're not, and doing maybe a fantasy you'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it's war video games or racing or I think
It's like Ready Player One.
Sim City.
Yeah, Ready Player One. That was a crazy movie.
It was a great book.
It was a book?
I didn't read the book.
Yeah, it was a book. It's actually right.
Which color book is it, Kim?
The top, like orangey one.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll take your word for it.
You want to grab it off the shelf for you?
I believe you.
I'll show you.
Oh, hey, look, Ready Player One, written by?
As I adjust my geek glasses. Ernest Cline.
Written by Ernest Cline. Okay.
Ernest. Good old Ernest.
Soon to be a major motion picture directed by Steven Spielberg. Obviously, this isn't old copy.
This is our version of Reading Rainbow because Kim has organized her books by Roy G. Biv. So,
It gives me so much pleasure. There's not really, like, it looks so much better aesthetically than any other way. I had them at one point alphabetically by author, and it just did not provide the right, what is it, higgy, feng shui, all those things.
My books are just
way.
higgledy-piggledy thrown in there.
Yeah. I have mine stacked in a pyramid. Ones I couldn't find a bookshelf for.
I still have a bunch that are in boxes.
Smallest, largest the smallest, you know.
Coffee table books up to just little pocket books. Not like a book that you could put in your pocket, not a pocket book.
Mm-hmm.
Had to clarify that.
Ah,
Otherwise, the glass holes on
Polly
the internet
Pocket.
would, Polly Pocket.
Yeah.
Hot Pocket.
Best toy ever. I used to have so many Polly Pockets.
I never had one.
Did you ever have
They
a?
were more, I don't want to exclude, boys that may have liked Polly Pocket, but they were definitely of the more allure for the girls.
Do you remember My Buddy and Kid Sister?
Yeah.
Two little.
My buddy.
My buddy and me. Yeah, I feel like we can sing that one. Why not? It was terrible, but they had the female version and the male version. Kid Sister and My Buddy.
I was really into, you remember, I don't know if you guys, this was after your time, but like Gundam, remember that Gundam stuff?
Like
It was like a Japanese animation show that was like with big robots.
Is that the song that that Psy sang?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Gundam style?
No, not that one.
Sorry, that's bad. No,
I mean, Gundam, yeah, I had action figures of Gundams. They were these big robots, but they were like tiny. And I would play with them. I'd set up like big battles. It was great. And my mom threw them away. It's bullshit.
How dare she?
I know. Well, you want to keep your toys as a kid.
I have my Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
That are here. Yeah, all of them.
Any toys when I was a kid. My mom threw them all away.
Because you're an adult now. You don't need toys. Toys are for kids.
It would at least be a good decorative. Be like, oh, yeah, that's my kid toy collection.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
I'm going to put these Ninja Turtles up here. My
I do
mom.
have my own old Game Boy, though.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Yeah, I still have my old Game Boy.
What games do you have for it still? Are you still playing it?
Still works. No, I'm not still playing it. I just have it. I think what's in it is one of the old Pokemons is in it. The screen's a little effed up on it, but
Yeah.
I still have it. It's the only thing I have from childhood.
My mom kept all of like my Ghostbusters toys and has given them to my nephew now. So
Yeah.
it's made oh yeah.
I have a Ghostbusters shirt on today.
I got my Ghostbusters
Okay.
patch.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
Hey.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
I was planning for a Halloween that never actually happened for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see, Reebok had Ghostbusters shoes that came out on Halloween.
Nice.
There were two. There was like a leather classic one, and then like a Ghost Smasher one or whatever. And it looked like it had the like pack on the peel of it. What were those called again?
The proton pack?
Yes.
Yeah. I may or may not be a Ghostbusters nerd.
Don't cross.
Don't cross streams. If someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. My nephew watched it for the first time. The one with Kate McKinnon and
yeah,
that one. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I haven't seen it.
It was a fun movie. Like, we've said this before. Movies are supposed to be fun, and like, I don't like to take them too seriously. If I enjoy it, it was a good movie. If something brings you pleasure, it's good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'll stand by that. Yeah, I'm going to stand by that statement. I'm going to stand by that statement. If it brings you pleasure, it's good.
Ghostbusters the original was kind of scary if you're young enough, and if you like watch it at night.
No,
like where Sigourney Weaver gets like.
Are you
possessed?
the gatekeeper? I'm the keymaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was definitely a freaky movie. It scared me. Apparently, it didn't scare my nephew though. He was not scared. So
kids these days.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's doing better than me.
Get scared by nothing.
Yeah.
They're spoiled. Like, could you imagine if like Transformers came out in like the 70s?
Like the technology of it now, like the way that it looks
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. No, it would have.
Like, if you could take a Transformers movie and time travel back to the 70s and show it, people would lose their minds.
People lost their minds when movies came out and like the train was going straight at the screen, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's going to come through the screen and crush us."
Yeah. Well, they didn't know like what that was.
Right.
They didn't really know like it wasn't real. Or like if you brought like a 3D movie back then, it would just people would like just go insane.
You just have like
even like scary movies. Like scary movies from back in the day aren't like really that scary.
No.
Like if people say The Exorcist is the scariest movie of all time, and it's not really that scary, but in the time it was.
Well, and I think that's the thing with Ghostbusters. Like when you look at it in the 80s and early 90s, like the technology was like, "Oh my God, this is freaky, this is scary," and then now it's like, "This is pretty cheesy. It's comical."
Yeah, yeah.
Star Wars is kind of the same way. The old Star Wars, you could see the little square around, like the TIE fighters as they're going through outer space. Like you could, the original Death Star explosion was not that great.
If you played one of the current Star Wars movies for somebody like in the 70s, they would lose their mind.
Yeah, just technology and animation's like crazy. Like back then, it was just all like I watched the worst old movie I ever watched, but it was great, and I couldn't stop watching it. Was it Conan, the Barbarian, or something?
Yeah,
or He-Man? It was He-Man, and it was Dolph Lundgren. It was the old He-Man, and it was such a bad movie, but I couldn't stop watching it.
What's the one? Is it Jason and the Argonauts?
Oh, Jason and the Argonauts. Is that the one with like the
little owl thing?
Stuff and that,
yeah. So
terrible.
cheesy.
Like the fight scenes.
It's so bad it's good though. Like, it's the Mystery Science Theater 3000 stuff. Like, you watch the crappy old movies just to like enjoy how.
Is Argonauts the one that has like Medusa?
Yeah.
Terrible.
I watched what was it, Saturday during the day, watched Sharknado for the first time. And it's so bad, it's funny. Like, you don't want to look away because it's that bad.
Yeah. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
I love movies like that. They're so bad, but like you just can't stop watching them. Even like I loved Power Rangers as a kid. Like Power Rangers were the shit. I'd watch the TV show, all the movies, all that. And I have Power Rangers on DVD, one of their movies where they fight Ivan Ooze. And it was like, I think this was like 90s, mid 90s maybe. Mm-hmm. And I watched that the other day and it was so terrible, but it was awesome. Like it was awesome. Like it was really funny. I enjoyed watching it.
Although, have you ever watched one of those cartoons or one of those shows like that you remember from your childhood as being like really awesome as a kid, and then you go back and you watch and you're like, this is terrible?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or messed up.
Yeah.
Like there's some, I think we've talked about that. Yeah. Like some kid shows are like really messed up when you watch them as an adult.
Agree.
like really dirty and like terrifying. Like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't know if you guys ever watched that. It was a show on Cartoon Network.
I remember it,
and it was terrifying as a kid. And I went back and I watched it as an adult because it was on Netflix, and I was like, this is really screwed up. This is how kids get messed up at an early age. It's terrifying.
What was it? The old was it the Porky's series? Like that's a show, like a movie that you could never get made today. Just how bad.
Oh yeah, Porky's you couldn't. Animal House. I was watching Animal House a couple months ago, and like there's some for sure non-PC stuff in that.
Right. There was something with Porky's though, like the director that did Porky's. It allowed him, like he did that one, which then allowed him to do. Oh yeah, it was A Christmas Story. That's what it was.
Oh.
So he did Porky's as like a way to like, all right, I gotta make some money, gotta do something, and then like A Christmas Story had been his passion project, like that he had wanted to get made for years. So.
This is going to be, and I don't know if we've talked about this in previous years, a non-popular opinion. I'm not a huge fan of A Christmas Story. I know. I'm sorry, Chuck.
You'll shoot your eye out.
It's okay. I won't give it like the crazy love that everyone gives. You kind of look like the kid from The Christmas Story, to be honest with you, Chuck.
I know. I'm grown up, Ruffy. That's yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's a good movie, but it's not like incredible. Like Christmas movies, I would watch The Grinch over A Christmas Story any day of the week.
Oh, I love The Grinch.
What about Christmas Vacation?
I like Christmas Story better than Christmas Vacation.
I'll watch that any time of the year.
Gonna have that happiest Christmas since Bing Cosby tap dance with Danny Kaye. Hey, I said one. Sorry.
The one station in Charlotte, the radio station, has already started playing Christmas music.
Can we just get through Thanksgiving first?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm all for waiting until after Thanksgiving for Christmas music and Christmas decorations. However, 2020 has been a shit year for a lot of people. And Thanksgiving is so late this year. Sorry.
That was really loud.
So late this year. Always. It never fails to happen that somebody who doesn't usually text me during this show, because I have every other person on non-alert silent that would probably text me. And then for whatever reason, during this time frame, people that don't usually text me, who I don't have silenced, just free for all.
You should like share your screen and then we'll like text them as part of. There's comedians that do that.
I'm gonna call it out. It's Matt Roper.
Oh, Matt Roper. I'm gonna give him so much hell for that.
Yes.
Because he was interrupting our conversation.
Unbelievable.
No, interrupted. Sorry.
Anyway, my point being, Thanksgiving is so late this year that there's less time to enjoy the Christmas spirit because Thanksgiving is so late. As opposed to when it's like happens earlier and you have kind of an extra week to enjoy all the
That's why you celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. The 12 days of Christmas aren't the 12 days before Christmas. It's the 12 days after Christmas. So like all the people that throw out their Christmas trees the day after Christmas, it's like you still have to, like you have to go to, I believe it was the Pentecost? Not Pentecost.
The Epiphany?
Anyways, when the wise men supposedly showed up to see the baby in the crib. Not Jesus, but the baby, the rapper, the baby. Anyway, that's a bad joke. Bad joke. Anyway, so that's the 12 days of Christmas. So when you get that song on the first day of Christmas, that whole thing, that's the 12 days. I could be making all of that up right now.
Partridge in a Pear Tree?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. I'm 99% sure without Googling that is what it refers to.
The three dudes brought the baby gifts.
Gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
They just brought him presents. Didn't know what was going on.
Who gives a baby frankincense?
Yeah, I know.
The worst gift for a baby ever.
I mean, gold, yeah. Like, gold, let's take all the gold. I'll take all the gold. Couldn't we
Gold's
just...
like money.
Yeah. Couldn't we have gone like gold, and gold?
Yeah. But it's not like they set up a bank account for baby Jesus to put that gold in. his savings.
We're opening up an IRA.
His savings account for a baby.
In Jesus' name, we IRA.
Yeah. Started out. W12.
I feel like the roof is going to open up and I'm going to get struck by lightning at some point. But
oh dear.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Speaking of lightning, I feel like this is a good time to pause on the show to talk about Sugarland Shine.
Oh, I was like, where are we going?
Lightning in a bottle.
Lightning in a bottle. This White Lightning Daytona Moonshine bottle can be yours too for the simple price of $99.95.
Hey, I'm still using the Sugarlands box as my computer shelf to record this.
Drink this, you'll feel like you got struck by lightning.
Exactly. No, yeah. So Sugarland Shine, go to sugarlands.com/NASCAR to sign up for the Sips Up to You contest where you can get prizes, NASCAR prizes, Sugarlands prizes, and you can order the Shine online and get it shipped to you.
Are you going to take a sip of that?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Just a good old 11:35 a.m. creamer sipper.
Look, man.
Did they send you the dark chocolate coffee one?
Yes. It is so
Is it good?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet.
We only got 5 days left in the season, Chuck. Then you can start pounding drinks during the week.
I know. And it's Tuesday.
It's election day, though. You're allowed to drink all the drinks.
Woo! That one hit good.
That should be a national holiday. Election day.
It should be. It should be.
Everyone should have off of work.
To go stand in line and vote and cast your vote and do all that stuff. Yeah, that's it. It really... It sucks that election week is the week of the championship.
Champions week? Yeah. It doesn't always happen. This is the first year it's happened that way.
Yeah.
At least in a long time.
It's like as if we in NASCAR didn't have enough going on. Getting ready for.
We got to deal with a crazy election.
Yeah.
Beast.
Wild election, but you know what? We don't talk politics on this podcast.
You don't.
The one thing I will say
is vote. Use your voice.
I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to say love each other, respect each other, talk to people, actually talk to people. You can disagree with people and still be friends and love them. That is my public service announcement, is that don't go getting your your Twitter fingers turning into trigger fingers.
Drake.
Just a little Drake.
That's everybody saying. I was like, is that Drake?
It's Drake. It's Drake. I want a little Drizzy Drake there. So
Drizzy.
It's the moonshine at 11 in the morning. You know.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Yeah, I don't understand people who we've talked about that, but it's like their way of thinking and every other way of thinking is wrong.
Yeah. It's like I'm wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
Everybody's wrong sometimes.
But that's different if you're wrong, like if there's facts and you're wrong on facts, but if it's like your opinion-based thing, you can't really be wrong. Like, it's your opinion. Like, if you think a movie sucks and I'm like, no, that movie's pretty good, that's both of our opinions.
Right.
You're not going to persuade me to make me think that movie sucks. But if you're like, trees are green, and I'm like, no, they're not.
They're blue.
Yeah, they're blue. I'm going to be like, well, I'm wrong. And you can give me a hard time for it. But if it's opinion-based, I don't know why people give people such a hard time.
Well, you know what they say about opinions? They're like assholes.
I know what they say about assumptions. I don't know what they say about opinions.
Well, they say opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and they stink.
Oh, yeah.
They all stink.
Yep.
They all stink.
And you know what? You're entitled to your opinion. You're also entitled to keep it to yourself. And that's my opinion on that I didn't keep to myself, that I just spoke out on this. But you know what? I've got a platform. I've got a platform to say it, and I'm just going to say it.
I don't agree with you. Did you see, I don't even want to keep talking about this, but did you see the Lady Gaga thing?
Where she, drank the beer and then, crushed. It was like, I'm confused, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, you didn't see it?
No.
She made a video about, she's in camo, and she's standing outside a big pickup truck, and she's drinking a beer, and she's talking about, voting or whatever, and, talking about these certain states that should, vote a certain way, but she's dressed a certain way, being stereotypical. It was really, really weird. And then she took a sip of her beer and just spiked it on the ground. oh, that's a waste of a good beer.
It's like, I don't know how to feel about this, Lady Gaga. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really strange. Very strange. Pretty funny.
Yes.
She spiked it. One sip and spiked.
She didn't even like do like try and shotgun it. Like I would have,
No. Like she should have just taken two together and stone colded
it.
But
yeah, I was gonna say stone cold it.
If you stone cold beers, that's an acceptable way to waste beer.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just take a sip and then spike it, then that's not like acceptable.
Because with the stone cold, you're at least bathing in the cool, refreshing, golden amber goodness. Yeah.
You're putting on a performance. It's how high can you splatter these beers?
Yeah.
And but when you just sip and spike, that's not no bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno, Carlos. Not at the table.
Have you guys ever had Pirate's Booty before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been crushing Pirate's Booty.
It's just a fun sentence to say. I've been crushing the Pirate's Booty.
Crushing it. I saw it at the grocery store the other day, and I have never really had Pirate's Booty too much. I've always been like a Cheeto guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Pirate's Booty, for people who don't know, is pretty much like a white cheddar Cheeto, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. Puffy Cheeto.
Puffy Cheeto.
Yeah. Crushing it. Ate half a bag last night.
Yeah. It goes down so easy. Like
it's so easy. Yeah.
You don't.
It's a good snack for little kids too. For some reason, all my friends that are parents always have Pirate's Booty to give to their youngins.
That's where I learned about it and got hooked on it.
Yeah. I love white cheddar too.
The other day, was it the veggie straws? You had the veggie straws?
I like the veggie straws.
I love those. I like the apple straws. Have you had apple straws? The apple cinnamon straws?
Mm-mm.
Oh, those are good.
I have found that through all of the pandemic stuff, I've been really wanting salty food.
Really?
That's been I haven't been craving sweet too much, but the salty stuff like chips, the veggie straws.
Yeah. Ritz crackers.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ritz crackers.
Yeah, that's hard to beat. Ritz crackers and canned cheese, pretty solid. Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely.
I don't know that you can really eat Cheez Whiz with any other cracker.
Mm-mm.
I've only ever had cheese. First of all, I haven't had Cheez Whiz probably in since I was in high school. But I only ever had Cheez Whiz with Ritz crackers. I don't think I've ever put it on anything else.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever have either. I have Cheez Whiz. It's in my pantry right now. I buy it. It's pretty great. It's good for you too.
Really?
Doesn't expire. Keep it for a long time.
Did you see the Twinkies that expired? Not really expired. What? So a guy bought Twinkies back in 2012 when they were going to discontinue them.
Yeah.
And there was apparently a fungus in one of the that had shrunk up the Twinkies on one of them, and
oh no.
Yeah, he donated them to science, but Twinkies can go bad.
Wow, I didn't know that was possible.
I think it was something got in before they I think it's a rare thing that got in before they vacuum sealed it, but it was in that batch, and it was a. He said he took a bite of one of them and realized that it was off because it tasted like a gym sock.
Ew.
Oh.
Gross.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I did that with yogurt the other month. There was yogurt in my fridge in the bus, and it was not past expiration. And I took a bite of it, and I was like, "This tastes really bad." And I looked in the yogurt, and there was mold in the yogurt.
Ew.
I was cutting up some broccoli last night to cook, and I cut into the stalk and was pulling apart the florets or whatever, and inside there was a little spore of mold that was growing in the center of it. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not having broccoli tonight.
Yeah, it tasted terrible. I didn't swallow it. I just had it in my mouth, and I was like, I knew right away something was horribly, horribly wrong. Yeah.
It's like something has gone wrong.
It was bad. It was bad. And I was freaking out. I'm like, am I going to get sick? Am I going to get sick? Yeah. Didn't taste good.
So I went down the Reddit rabbit hole of like bizarre news, like just to see what this headline like popped up to me. Russian sausage king killed in sauna with a crossbow.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's like.
Well, it's Russia.
Yeah.
You've got to understand that's what happens in Russia.
But his nickname is the Sausage King.
Of Chicago?
Yeah, it's Abe Froman. It's the Sausage King of Chicago. Yeah. No, he owns a meat empire of sausage factories, or owned, I guess. It's two masked men that apparently were trying to get money from him.
So they just shot him in a sauna?
Yeah.
That is legit out of a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A woman managed to escape through the window and called the police. So there's.
Why was there a woman in the sauna with him? Ooh.
I mean, it's Russia. Every sauna has one.
Russia.
Every.
In Russia, you don't get in sauna. Sauna gets in you.
I get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a headshot with a crossbow, or where'd they shoot him?
Intruders came in.
Somebody.
Crossbow next to it. Doesn't say where he was hit.
Yeah.
So.
So they got away.
No, they were. The intruders demanded cash before fleeing in a car. Later, car was recovered. So I think right now they've detained a male suspect in connection with the murder, but the suspect has not been named. So
Yeah.
Oh.
they got one of them.
Huh. Got one of them. Well, that's no money on your sausages because you're gonna get killed by a crossbow.
I mean, I do enjoy a good sausage, but I don't know if
I
it's...
wonder if death by crossbow is like super quick. Like, did they shoot him straight in the heart or the head?
I don't know. I mean, they did it in Game of Thrones. They used a crossbow on one of the guys. That just like the bow and arrow and like stabbings and all that stuff. Just like they give me the willies. I don't like the thought of like something piercing. Yeah, just neat. Nope. I can deal with war movies with like explosions and gunshots and all that, but like Saving Private Ryan, the scene where the one guy gets stabbed, like that.
That's a sad scene.
It's sad and it's so personal because like they're looking at each other's eyes and it's just not a fan of that.
Yeah.
I think stabbing is worse because it's very, I guess intimate's the right word to do it. Like a gun, you can shoot somebody from far away. A crossbow, that can be from far away, and explosive far away. Like a knife, you have to get close enough to be like either basically like hold them to be able to stab them. You're like right there.
Yeah.
It's like there's no question about who's killing you.
Yeah. Those are reserved for psychopaths. I want to see the person when they kill them. Yeah.
But this is not a true crime podcast, so I mean, we could transition to true crime, and you're really tap into that oversaturated market.
Incredible podcast to listen to on the road. True crime.
Oh yeah,
I'll give that to him. I love that podcast.
Yeah, I do like a good mystery podcast.
Yeah.
Although I have found, I was listening to some like spooky stuff leading up to Halloween just to get in the spooky season feel. I had to like stop listening to stuff around like 4 or 5 o'clock just because.
Before it got dark.
Yeah. I don't like scary stuff after dark.
Yeah. There was this other one. It wasn't true crime. It was another one that was like goes through old like murder mysteries and stuff. I can't remember it. When I drove up to West Virginia a handful of months ago, or last winter, we listened at the whole 5 hours, and it was really unique. They go through like really old crimes or like recent ones, just mysteries, like people disappearing. It was I can't remember the dang name of it, but
the one that I've been on that does a lot of that stuff is Last Podcast on the Left. They'll do a lot of like old murder mystery stuff. Like they're doing one about a serial killer in where is it? In like Florida right now, but they also do like Halloween stuff, and then like scary stories. They did one on the Donner Party. Like it's all over the place, but it's all like that true crime type thing.
Yeah.
So get out there and listen to other podcasts. They're fun.
They're fun.
We were listening to a podcast of a crime that happened like close to where my sister lives in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were driving on the highway where this happened.
Oh.
And it was really weird. I cannot remember the girl's name that got killed, but it was very strange. Like she was in her car and it stopped on the highway, but then they found her like way away from the vehicle, and all her clothes were like folded next to the car. It was really strange and like a big mystery, and it was very, very weird.
Do you remember what when it was and what it like what the? Because like I'm now intrigued by this.
It was recent. I think it was within like the past 10 years. I believe so, but I can't remember the dang.
You don't remember?
I could probably get my sister to tell me, but it was very strange.
Well, if you find out, let us know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Maybe we can talk about it on our final episode of the 2020 season of The Glass Cases.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of like crime stuff, I watched. Remember that thing? It was like only a few years ago of that guy, and he had a family. He had a wife and 2 daughters, and they were living out west. And I remember seeing it all over social media. But like all of a sudden, his like wife and daughters disappear, and he's like, he was living this secret life. Like had a girlfriend on the side, and can't remember the guy's name. But
that one, there's been a couple.
What's that?
Lacey Peterson, that disappearance?
Chris Watts?
I think that was it.
Chris Watson?
Yeah. Yes. Or Watts was his name?
Watts. Watts.
I think that was it. Yeah. And it was wild. They made a documentary about it. And it was like freaking nuts to me.
I'm looking at it.
And he was just a complete like psychopath, sociopath, like ended up killing his wife and burying her and putting his daughters in the desert. It was extremely up.
Oh yeah, it happened in 2018, so it is very recent.
Yeah,
because there's stuff from like an hour, things posted an hour ago, 5 minutes ago, 16 hours ago. Apparently there was a Dr. Oz episode that he might have done a interview. Yeah. The documentary was insane because I didn't know much about it. I just saw it on social media. I read a little bit about it, but watching the whole thing, you're like, oh my gosh. Well, I'm deleting any type of dating app that I have on my phone. The headline from the Daily Mail says, Killer Dad Chris Watts played out a rape fantasy on Tinder date months before murdering his family.
Ew.
So, yeah.
Bunch of Louis C.K. fans.
You know what? I'm just going to lock myself in my house for the rest of 2020 and just not deal with people at all because people are crazy. Damn people, you crazy.
Crazy.
So.
Yeah.
That's my stance.
Damn, Nate, you scary.
So Aurora was texting this in the chat on the side that says he met his wife through Facebook.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, so the woman he married met through Facebook.
Well, that's your first red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was messed up, man, but you got to watch it. It was pretty interesting. And this guy's a complete, like, you can tell he's like pretty normal. Mm-hmm. One minute, and then he can just go ballistic. Like he was one of those like Ted Bundy kind of guys. My dog all of a sudden barking at birds now. Or maybe someone's at my door. I don't know. He's going crazy.
Don't trust the Ted Bundy guys. Really, don't trust the Ted Bundy guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get you a nice, slightly, go with the normal guys that look a little bit off but aren't off. They're just sort of, if they seem too perfect, they're probably crazy.
Yeah.
That's my stance.
Okay.
So, anyway, it's not going to be perfect.
It's ending?
Well, I was going to say that final race at Phoenix, closing out the season.
Oh, everybody's going to up.
There's another one. That's
My
3.
language.
We got 3 this
We've
one.
all 3 done it.
Yeah. Once one
There's
goes,
gonna
the
be,
dam breaks, and they all
There's
just.
going to be like speeding penalties. There's going to be like people not getting lug nuts tight. Everybody's going to step on their feet. And it's going to be great.
I'm here for it.
Great.
Which of the 3 races, trucks, Xfinity, Cup, which is going to be the biggest championship shit show?
Trucks.
Trucks?
Yeah.
Looking at the field of
what
4,
it is.
no offense, in the truck championship,
When is it?
there's just a lot of young guys.
I mean, you looked at. I mean, the truck race at Martinsville was a complete shit show.
Yeah.
But then the Xfinity and Cup race was at least fairly civil.
Yeah. Also, there's the potential that we'll have 2 champions named Chase.
Yeah, that.
Very good chance that Briscoe could be the champion in the Xfinity series, and then could have good old Clyde in the Cup series.
Shame we don't call it the chase anymore. It could be chase and chase, win the chase.
Chases.
Chasing each other in the chase.
Yeah.
Chases.
It will be weird when Briscoe moves to the Cup series to have 2 chases.
Well, I mean, there's, Ryan Newman and Ryan Blaney. There's multiple Ryans out there.
There's like 18 Ryans.
Yeah. Well, and we don't call, Chase Elliott. It's Chase.
Yeah.
And with Chase Briscoe, it's Chase Briscoe. I think you always say the full name, Chase Briscoe.
You have to say the full name for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
But we shall see. I'm interested with the trucks. There's like 3 GMS trucks in the Final 4. How much, is one of the GMS trucks going to wreck a GMS truck?
Sheldon Creed is going to bulldoze some people for sure.
I think he just needs to, when he gets out if Sheldon Creed wins, he needs to hop out and just say.
And sing Creed.
I just heard the news to dear. And then just stand there with arms wide open.
Yeah.
Just
should.
Creed bomb the field. But
I wish he would like sneak in a Creed Easter egg in like a post-race interview.
it's been done in headlines.
But like very, very subtly, I'm embracing this championship with arms wide open. I'm just really excited. Like something to where unless you're like really paying attention, you would just gloss over it.
Yeah.
That if we were friends with him, we should have tasked him with that. But it's never been on the podcast, so
all right.
Maybe listen.
Rapid reaction to close this out. Quick picks for the 3 series. Who you taking to win each one?
Wait.
I got my 3 right now, but Ryan, who you got?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You want me to go ahead? I'm going to go Sheldon Creed, Austin Cindric, and Denny Hamlin.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'm going to go Brett Moffitt, Justin Allgaier, just to change it up, and Chase Elliott.
Interesting. I'm going to go. That Zane Smith kid's been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Go Zane Smith. And my spots for him. So, and then Xfinity, I'm not going to be biased. I'm just going to pick the winner. I feel like I'm agreeing with Kim. I think Allgaier is really good at Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then Cup, I don't know. You guys put me in a big box.
Is he going teammates or best friend? That's the.
But the Penske cars have been pretty good there.
Teammates or your best friend.
Yeah. I don't know. Up in the air. Penske cars have been good there. The 9's been really fast. Obviously, the others have been fast. I don't know. Question mark on the Cup.
Ryan taking the diplomatic answer with a good race on Sunday to crown the championship.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll pose you this question then, since you can't pick a Cup winner. Does the champion in the Cup Series also
win the race?
Yes.
Yes.
How about this pick?
I think every series the champion is going to win the race.
Okay, hot take.
Yeah.
My hot take: Harvick wins the race in Phoenix and gets that 10th win, but doesn't get the championship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
that's my hot take.
Okay.
because they're pissed off after the last couple of races, and I think they're just going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at it, and go out there and just be like, "This would have been mine."
Yeah.
And I'll ask you this question, Ryan, since you're going to take the diplomatic answer on the champion. Of the four, if we were in a normal time, which would have the best post-banquet party?
Ooh, good question.
I mean, it's either between Chase or Denny.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Joey Logano is on record as saying, "I don't know how to party." Like that was in the media center. It's on record. He doesn't know how to party.
But there's going to be two different kinds of parties, though.
Yeah.
Brad's a long way from chugging that giant.
Miller Lite.
Pilsner glass.
Now
he's a dad. He's got 2 girls.
Yeah. The Denny and Chase parties would be big, but they would be different. Like Denny, I feel like would go to like a nightclub in like Vegas, and Chase would just like do something in like Dawsonville or something.
Like a bonfire.
They would just be a little bit different. I would personally enjoy going to Chase's more because that's more my style, but they would be both different. So I would probably go with Chase is going to throw a better party. Probably not in size or like flash, but it's just as far as my personal liking.
I feel like he would throw like a bonfire.
Yeah, just a bunch of pickup trucks backed up to a bonfire. Half the bonfire's got rap music playing. The other half has country music playing. Everybody's happy. A little bit of everything for everybody.
Try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what? You will find out on this show whenever we do our final episode. I'm hitting the music right now because we're at like an hour of talking. So you'll find out when we do our final episode of 2020 and discuss what happened in the championship and discuss what happened at any parties and stuff.
That's right.
No parties are going to happen because we're in a COVID time, so no parties.
0 parties. Hypothetical parties.
Yeah. Zoom happy hours.
Virtual party.
Yeah. There you go. Virtual parties. That's hilarious.
Yes.
Everyone's getting shit-faced on Zoom. That'd be pretty hilarious, actually.
Yeah. I've done that.
I don't think no one's going to want to have to like sit in front of a camera, though, for hours to get shit-faced.
We did that early on in the pandemic stuff. A bunch of us got together and played some not video game, but like drinking games on Zoom. And
oh, really?
Yeah. There's some that you can do online, and you just sit around and drink and lose track of time. Just make sure you have a comfy chair.
Okay.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, all that, and tune into the championship race at Phoenix. All 3 of them, starting Friday.
Hey.
Bye.